As Nigeria marks Democracy Day, attention turns to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's 2 years in office and the progress made across various sectors of the economy. One critical area under review is the housing sector, where the federal government has made notable efforts, though not without significant challenges. Upon assumption of office in May 2023, President Tinubu identified housing as a priority area under his Renewed Hope agenda. With Nigeria's housing deficit estimated at over 20 million units, the administration launched several initiatives aimed at improving housing access, affordability, and quality for citizens.
To make this historic groundbreaking here today, I've listened carefully to the able minister's theme on the housing development. He understands how to propel the engine of growth, stability, economic resurgence of Nigeria.
Chief among these initiatives is the Renewed Hope Cities and Estates Program, a flagship housing development plan coordinated by the Ministry of Housing and Urban Development. The program aims to deliver 50,000 housing units annually and eventually scale up to 1 million homes across the Federation. In the last 24 months, housing projects have commenced in states such as Lagos, Kano, Katsina, Enugu, Ebonyi, and the Federal Capital Territory, with a focus on both urban and semi-urban locations. These developments target different income groups, including civil servants, first-time home owners, and informal sector workers.
With your capable, bold, and history-making leadership, we intend to turn the country into a giant construction site in our quest not just to provide affordable homes and decent communities in Nigeria.
The administration has also embarked on institutional reforms. Key housing agencies such as the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria (FMBN) and the Federal Housing Authority (FHA) have undergone restructuring to improve efficiency and transparency. In addition, the Tinubu government has initiated steps to review the Land Use Act in collaboration with state governments, aiming to simplify land acquisition processes and promote private sector investment in housing delivery. Despite these efforts, the sector continues to grapple with multiple challenges. High inflation rates, particularly the rising cost of building materials, have slowed construction timelines and affected affordability. Limited access to mortgage financing remains a barrier for many Nigerians, especially those in the informal economy.
The businessman is not been easy in this country, Nigeria, because of the inflation of the economy. The materials are very on the high side. Even us in the business of wood dealing, it has not been easy for us because some of the materials we used to get at cheaper rate before, now we are not getting at cheaper rate before, as at now.
Bureaucratic delays in land titling, inadequate infrastructure in planned housing areas, and limited synergy between federal and state agencies have also posed setbacks to housing delivery goals. Furthermore, stakeholders have expressed concerns over the sustainability and inclusiveness of ongoing projects, calling for a greater focus on low-income earners, rural housing schemes, and slum upgrading initiatives.
But I'm calling for opportunities. I'm calling for incentive. I'm calling for benefits that can enable them to buy that property, not at the price every other is buying it. That is exactly what I'm calling for. 2 years of President Tinubu, housing sector is moving. But I think if this method can be adopted, it will not be moving, but it will be flying.
Nonetheless, the administration has promised to intensify efforts through public-private partnerships, promotion of local content in building materials, and digital reforms in land administration. As President Tinubu enters his third year in office, expectations remain high. Nigerians are watching closely to see whether the promises of affordable, accessible, and decent housing for all will be fully realized.
This is Housing TV Africa